Bud in
Okay.
Mobile. He wants to know, so Bud is asking if there's an act of God, rain, wind, and would the store still be liable if it's a quick rainstorm, you don't have time to put up these signs? How do acts of God play into slips, trips, and falls?
That is such a good question. And and Bud is, spot on most of the time. I mean, if it's a truly, an act of God, and something happens where you cannot prevent it, then the store typically is not going to be liable. Let's say that you're at a hotel, okay, and you're at a hotel here in Mobile, and a hurricane comes through, and an oak tree falls through, the building, and hurts you and your family. Well, typically that store and that hotel is not going to be liable because you can't predict what's going to happen. Now, if you find out that tree was rotten and that the hotel should have known that they should have removed it, months ago or something like that, then possibly there could be a case. We had a case a few years ago when we had a bad ice storm here in Mobile, and people were slipping and falling everywhere. In fact, here at my house, we had about 2 inches of ice in the driveway, and I slipped and fell 2 or 3 times. And my family laughed at me every time I fell. And fortunately, I wasn't hurt, but I was trying to get my car out of the driveway, things of that nature. But we had a case call us where a store, a drugstore here in Mobile, they opened their stores for business about a day before anyone else in order to make money. So, I mean, let's don't forget that. They were trying to open up their doors before anyone else in order to gain business and to make money. And but they did not do a good job in cleaning out their driveway or their parking lot, the walkways to the store. And a lady slipped and fell, and she could not see the ice. It's what we call black ice. You could not see it, and she had horrible injuries. And we settled that case for a lot of money because they did not do the proper precautions and do the proper measures that they should have done. So again, it can go both ways. Act of God typically will lean towards the property owner, but it's not always it's not always a guarantee. So always talk to a lawyer that knows what they're doing to see if he or she has a case.